Hello Exiles, and this is Fusion Gaming, and welcome to my series of tips and tricks on how to get through the acts faster. Now today we're going to be exploring Act 4. Now if you have come here from the Act 3 video, obviously you will know that this is where we left off, and if you've watched 1 and 2, then I appreciate your support. Now there have been a few comments on a few of my previous videos which we are going to go through. So the first one I'm going to address here is I'm going to just jump to YouTube, and there's been a comment here from the Eternal Vortex 42 who previously said, in Cavern of Wrath you just need to follow the river. If you move to where you can't see any, it is more than likely obviously that it's the wrong way. Now I have come across this in the past where someone has said that to me, and they have said as long as you keep the water within view, you will always find Merville's Caverns. Now, when I play tested this to test it out, so what he basically means is the water here on the left and the right, as long as you make sure that that is always within view, you usually are going the right way. So we have water here, so we're going to just test this out. So water, water, water. We've kept it in view, and we've got a dead end. So we'll carry on. Now, water's on the right here, water's on the right, water on the left. Let me just kill all these because they're in my way. Again, if I follow the water, and a dead end. Follow the water, keep the water in screen. Again, is this going the right way? Let's just move them out of the way. Now see over here, I am now away from the water. Okay, so there's no water within my view. Okay, at all. So what he's basically saying is, and now we've got water in view again. He's basically saying that if you move the water off your screen, now I have a feeling that this could be a dead end, yes. If you move the water off your screen, then you are usually going the wrong way. Mainly because the passageways that go to the next cavern and the passageway that goes to Merville is all connected by water. So again, look, we're following the water here, we've gone north, and we've got a dead end. That one to the left there, you can see, is also a dead end. Now, obviously, over here we are away from the water, so it is a bit hit and miss. I have, trust me, I have play tested this many times when someone did tell me. However, eventually we have found the door, and it's in the top right corner. But following the water strategy, I would say is, I don't know. I got told about it about 3 years ago, and I tested it out back then, and sometimes you get it right, sometimes you get it wrong, sometimes you're just completely wrong. So, like, if you follow the water here and followed it down, let's say we didn't know that the door was at the top there, you could be following, you'd be coming up here, and it's not always guaranteed that you would find it. So, I agree, again, I agree / disagree. So sometimes, yes, it does go that way where the water always is, and it's the same for the Cavern of Anger, I believe. As long, again, as you stay by the water, supposedly, you're going the right way. So we'll test it out again. So we'll go along here. So dead end. I'm notoriously heading up for the top right corner because the dead end. More often than not, see, like now, right now, I'm away from the water. There's some here, but if I move inland, I'm going to assume this is going to be a dead end. Yeah, thought so. So we'll keep on going. See, right now, though, there's a little bit of water there. Is this another dead end? See, no. Water again. We'll keep on going. Now, I'm going to say that it's going to be in the bottom right corner now because we've searched the top right, and it's not there. So I'm going to assume that it's going to be in the bottom right. Now, I don't see any water on my screen. Oh, I can see a bit of water over there. But here, there's nothing. But there's the door. It's up to the right up here. Nope, dead end. Over here, yeah. Another little key sign as well sometimes, which is, someone once told me, is that there is gold patches. But I don't think there is. Yeah, see there's a gold patch right there? I can't get to it because of this, and there's a gold patch there. Yeah. But I don't think there's any more gold patches around the entire, like, zone. See, that's a bunch of skeletons. Someone once said to me that if you follow the gold, you'll get to Merville, but I don't recall seeing any gold on the zone other than right near the exit. So I've still not seen any. Technically, if this is supposed to be the right way, you would think that there would be gold en route, which there isn't. Other than when you get to here, then you know that this is the right way. But by which point you'll have already seen the door, so it doesn't matter. So yeah, so that's one comment. There was another comment from someone that said that they have had some of the worst layouts from Low Temp here. He said that he has had some of the worst layouts where he's wasted his time. He's had to double back, where the mud flats has been on the far left, dead ends in other zones. Sometimes you will just get an entirely weird tile set, and I have seen it maybe once or twice in like 5 years. It is very, 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 very rare. So 9 times out of 10, the tile set will fit with what I have said in all of my areas. Okay. I think there was. I don't think there was any more comments that obviously needed to go through. See, look there. I've seen the coast go southwest, then east. So again, it's very um, it's very mixed. That's all I can probably say. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. Obviously, if you do get a weird and wonderful wacky zone that goes in the wrong direction, then just go with it. Okay. Other than that, I think that's all of the comments covered. If I did miss anything, look, there's a few people here that have not spotted the bowling pins. Mr. Hanzu here has never spotted the bowling pins in years and years of using, obviously, the ledge. Um, so yeah, um, we will now carry on this. So in Act 4, the first area that you would then enter is called the Aqueduct. So this is the most linear map or zone that you will progress through your time through the acts, and you will come across this zone again later on, which is a very, very, very familiar zone that everybody usually likes to run if they are testing anything or if they want to level. It's a very nice linear zone. It's literally just one path, follow it, cross the water, follow it, cross, no, not cross the water, wait, you have to cross the water. There's a boss here, this big bird, this big birdie, whatever the hell it is, the 100-foot shadow. Yep, you can kill him if you want, you don't have to, but he is the boss of this level. Again, nice and straightforward, straight, up, 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 up. Can't really go wrong. And then when you get to this bamboo bit, you are then at Highgate, which is the town for Act 4. Now, at this point, I might mention that you should have now received, or you should have now done, if you'd have followed my guide, all of the Trial of Ascendancies, which then means that you should now be able to now go back and go to the go to the lab, which is here. So go to the Aspirants Plaza. Now, if you don't have this waypoint, if you go back to Act 3, I will quickly show you this just so that I cover the point off in its entirety. If you go to Act 3 and go up the stairs, this big green lady here, this plaque will be down. If you click on it, it will then open and it will go into the door for the Aspirants Plaza, and you can then pick up the waypoint. Now, if this door does not open, can you see these green circles here? So there's 3 on this side and there's 3 on this side. If you missed any of the trials, it will then tell you, if you hover over which circle, it will tell you which zone to go back to find the trial. So there's a little tip for you there. I would usually recommend at this point, if you want to go and do the trial before Act 4, it is going to help you. It will give you a damage boost and it will give you a damage spike. At this point though, once you're in town, you can then move on to the next area, which is when you walked into the zone or from the waypoint, you go south and there's a bunch of stairs that go down here and it's the Dried Lake. Now, I will open paint again for you, just so I can represent what this looks like. When you enter the door here, I want you to literally head straight south. like that, or what would you call that? South? That's like what? Southeast? And you will go through, in the middle, you'll go through some like blocks, and I'll show you these blocks in a minute. When you get down here, you are then looking for a book. And once you see the book, the boss that you need to kill is down here somewhere. Now, if for any reason the book is not here, then all you need to do is go left and go up to this top corner here, and he will be here instead. So basically, straight line down. If he's not here, left, do a U-turn, go back up, but it's back up to the left, because if you go back up here, he won't be here. Okay, so I'm going to show you that now. So straight down, straight down. These are the blocks, by the way. So there's one block, there's the other block on the left hand side. That's these two here, that's this and this. You go straight down, and again, I'm looking for a book. So I'm literally just going straight down, down. If you get to the bottom, then go left. And you're still looking for the book. And if you don't see it, then we know that he's not here. But he is. Here's your book. So here's your book, and here's Vol. This is the big guy that you need to kill. This big Vol guy. Kill him. He will then drop a green quest item for you on the floor that is called Desheret's. I think it's called Desheret's Banner. Pick that up, and then at that point, you can then go back to town. So, portal back to town. There's nothing else in that zone for you to get. Once you've done that, run round the town over to here, speak to Nico. He will give you a mission to find some azurite, and then there'll be a green bar across this entrance here. So you'll need to click it twice, one to remove the banner, and two to go through the door, and then you are now in the mines level 1. Now, there is no real navigational help in here. All that I usually advise is just keep going in a northwest direction. If you can. If you hit a dead end, me personally, I usually go left. And then if once I can start going back northwest again, I will go northwest, like there. And I will keep doing that. So up and north. And eventually you will then get to the mines level 2. Now, in the mines level 2, there is a skill point that you will need to obtain. And the skill point is by freeing Desheret's soul. So, and again, there is no real guide on where this is, but it would be in this room right now. The room that I am in here, it would be right there where this purple crystal is. Okay, now I know this because of the room layout. I've done this map so many times, and can you see this here on the wall? There's a nice big room. Let me just do a new. There's a nice big room, but as you can see on the wall there, it kind of goes down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, like that. There's 3 peaks, as I call it. 1, 2, 3. If you see those 3 peaks, you're in the right room, and I know that I just recognize that corner of the room, so I know that it would be in this room. It would usually be where this purple crystal is, but because I have already obtained it, I can't see it. Once you've freed the soul, if you go back to town at some point later on, you can speak to Tasuni, who I'll show you in a bit, and he will give you a skill point. Again, in this zone, there's no real navigational. It's just a case of following it, but usually it's to the top left, bottom left. But it can also be in the bottom right. And you want to go to the crystal veins. Now, crystal veins, I usually just head straight south until I can't go south. If I can go right, then go south. And at some point, as you're going south, you will notice that the whole map will change direction. It'll start going left, like that. And it will start coming back on itself and go left again. And there's your waypoint. It usually does like a south, then go left when you can, and follow it round. And you will get the waypoint here. Now, in this zone, Dahlia will be stood right here. You will need to speak to her. Not right now. You don't need to speak to her right this second. But At some point, you will need to speak to her. So there's two doorways you're presented with. One is Daresso's dream, and one is Kaom's dream. You can pick. There's no right or wrong answer. I usually go for Daresso's first. This zone, again, is not the easiest in terms of navigation. There's no navigational cues. Even I've got lost a few times in here because there's that many crossroads. See, if you look at my map right now, look, there's a left and a right, a left and a right, and a left and a right. Now, there's three left and rights that I've missed there. Now, I have a feeling that the left entries are always dead ends. The right entries are the way you want to go. Now, there is a little trick that you can do, which I've seen speedrunners do, but again, I can't do it when you've got shield charge, is you need to be able to leap slam to that corner and leap slam to the other door. Now, if you can do that, you don't have to kill these monsters in this room. But if you can't do that, then you have to fight them, which is a bit of a pain. But if I had leap slam on, I could probably try it. But again, it's a very hard skill to learn. You can try it, and you'd have to run this zone to obviously a few times just to kind of get used to it. I'm just going to put D&D on because obviously, as you can imagine, I'm getting pinged. So we're just going to run through dead end. Again, I wish I knew a quicker way to navigate this zone, but there isn't. There isn't any quicker way. You just have to just kill these dudes in this room, which they can be a little bit spicy, so just be careful. Once you've killed them, then you can move on. You do two of them rooms, and then usually when you go to the third one, it's got two unique bosses in. Then once you've killed those, there'll then be one last room that will have a boss of sorts inside it, which we will be coming across, I would expect, in the next minute or two. When we find it, that's another dead end. Typically, I always try and go up if I can, but oh, here it is. Oh no, this is another room, so this is the third room, so we've got another one of these now. You can sometimes bypass these, or only go through two of them, depending on the layout. I've sometimes only been through like two of them, and then the last room is this room, where you then have to fight Barkul. Once you kill him, you then have to kill all of his minions that are around the arena, all the what to me look like chickens. Once you've done that, go through the door, and you then get to the grand arena. Now there is a little bit of a strategy with this area. So pick up the waypoint. Then I always usually go left and follow this. Go through here. Again, you can kill all the mobs in here if you want, or kill none of them. It's entirely up to you. Then you go to the back of the room, go through the passageway. Now in every single room then from here on, I usually then go left. Left, left, until you get to a certain room that looks a little bit different. And I will show you what I mean. So there's no left here, so I have to go straight. Straight, straight, straight. Now in this room, it's bosses. There's three bosses that you have to kill, or three unique bosses. Once you kill them, you then know that you are one room away from the boss, and you just have to, it's a one-way system, and you just follow it, and then you have to kill Daresso here. Now he is a phased boss, so you will kill him. Look, I'll kill him once, he then drops to his knees and manages to re-heal. He does that 3 times, I believe. So there's 1, there's 2, there's 3, no, there's 3. Heals again, and then on the 4th attempt, you can then kill him. Bye bye. And he will drop on the floor. I think it's the Eyes of Desire, I believe, that he drops. You then have to pick them up, take a waypoint, back to town. At this point, this is the first time that you'll have been back to town since the mines. So if you do want to go and speak to Tasuni, who will be here, he will then give you a skill point. From there, I would then just jump straight back to the crystal veins, and then go to Kaom's Dream. Kaom's Dream. Tip with Kaom's Dream is to go straight up the stairs and then follow the right wall. Once you go up the next step, once you go up the next ramp, again follow the right wall, and it will take you to a, or it should take you to a fire waterfall like this. Let me just get rid of that guy so you can see it. See this here with a bridge across it. Okay, when you get to this bit, you know you're going the right way, and then just follow this. Now this is a very simple one-way system. There is no left turns, right turns, backward turns. It's usually just a one-way system. Again, look, if I go that way, it's a dead end. If I go this way, there's only one way to go. It should then curve around to the left, go upstairs, go up, curve round to the left again, and then go downstairs. Yep, so there's the curve to the left. And then it'll go downstairs. There you go. And then from this point, when you come back downstairs, just keep going. When you start getting to a big arena again, like now, keep going left. Just left, 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 left. You're going upstairs. Not that way. When you get to the top of the... Sorry, I remember this now. When you get to the top of this first platform here, then go right. And it's usually in the top right over here. Bridge, yep. Then go right. And then there's your door. Yes. So there's your layout. So you go one-way system all the way around. Once you get to this big area, it's left, up the stairs, right, and follow it. And it should lead you straight to the door, which is then the Kaom Stronghold. Again, there is a little tip in here. Pick up the waypoint just in case you die. They can be quite strong in here. So again, one-way system. Go upstairs, up the stairs. Go between the two huts and go left, left, left. When you cross the first bridge, or when you, I think there's a bridge. No, when you get to here and it starts to open up a bit, go right. When you see this wall here, go right and follow it. And there should be some stairs at the far right corner to go up. All the way over here. There we go. Then from this side, you go left. You go all the way left. And you follow this way. And then from here, it should only be a one-way route. There you go, like that. Straight to the boss. Okay, which is the Caldera of the King, where you have to kill Kaom. Now, Kaom is not a phased boss. If you have the damage, you can just go in and just destroy him. Like that. And then he will then drop another green quest item. I can't remember exactly what it's called. For the life of me, it's gone. But pick it up, go back to town, and then go back to the crystal veins. And this is the point when I said, do you remember when I said you'll need to speak to Dahlia? Now is the time. Speak to her. She will then open this door to the belly of the beast, level 1. Now, the belly of the beast level 1 is very similar to the shipyard caveyard and the weaver's chambers in terms of dead ends. Now, I have an ongoing joke in my Discord that I will always come across a minimum of 3 dead ends before I reach the end of this zone. So let's count. We've not come across one yet. We're in a one-way system. If you notice, look, there's no real left turns or right turns, but at some point along this path it will split like now. So I'm going to go up because, oh my god, that is a first. Okay, let's carry on. Belly of the Beast level 2. We won't speak of it, but that was a fluke, clearly. Let's carry on. So level 2. Let's see if we do the 3 in here. Now in here, I usually like to go left. Keep going left because the door eventually will be left. So I always try and go up, left, up, left. Now, I think this is a dead end. Is it dead? No, I'm going to keep going left, up, left, down, dead end. There's one. Yeah, let's go this way. Let's keep going. Still, I'm following my theory. Up and left. Up and left. Yeah, there we go. See? Now, this is the Bells of the Beast. Now, we've already fought Piety in Act 3. Then we had to fight her again in Act 3. And guess what? Now we have to fight her again as an abomination. So again, fight her. She is a bit of a tricky boss. She does do quite a bit of damage when she does a 360 beam around the room. It's just a case of just running around with it. If you can run around with the beam, then you will avoid it. Once you've killed her, she will then open the door to the next zone, which is called the Harvest. Now in here, it's always the same layout. You go through the door, you go round this little U-bend, you go straight up, you usually get to a junction like this, left or right, and if you go straight on, there's always a waypoint. Pick up the waypoint first, then go back. And then you can pick. You can either go left or right. I usually go right first because there's only one boss. There's three unique bosses in this area: Shavron, Malachi, and Doi. Well, I never know how to say it. Is it Dodri? Dodri? Yeah, Dodri. So Dodri's here. Kill her. She will then drop some Malachi's. Sorry, not Malachi. Malagaro. Sorry. She will drop Malachi's entrails on the floor. And you will get 3 sets of these. So that was Dodri. Then, once you get back to the waypoint, you go left and keep going left. Now, at this point, you can either go up or left. Doesn't really matter because you'll get to a boss either way. So this is Malagaro, not Malachi, sorry. We will come across Malachi in a minute. So Malagaro, this room is very chaos driven. So if you are negative chaos resist, it will hurt you very much and you will keep dying. And then what I do from there is I then usually go up and left, follow this room round, follow this path round, and you will then get to Shavron. Shavron is lightning damage. She will also drop a quest item as well as Malagaro. Make sure you pick them up. And then I usually take this little short path back to the waypoint. If you speak to Piety, who should be stood here, she will then open the door to the Black Core.
What a pleasure to finally meet you, duelist. You and I will create the most beautiful of nightmares together.
Now Malachi is a very fun fight.
Blood, duelist.
You have to fight
So
him
this
a few
world
times.
might be bathed in glory.
So first of all, you have to kill Malachi. Take him down to 1 phase, at which point then he then triggers Piety. At which point then you have to kill Piety. Phase 1. Then it goes back to Malachi. So when this big red circle is on Malachi, you cannot attack him. Now that the circle is gone, or now it's back again, you can then attack him. So then I attack Piety. And then that should then be phase 2 done, because he will then attack. He will then kill Piety. Bye-bye, Piety. Threw a spike right through her. Look at that. No way to die, that, is it? Then we're going to go down into the Black Heart. And we then have to kill Malachi again. So this is now phase 3.
Now, let us see if you truly understand what it means to be Nightmare.
Now, once you've done so much damage to him, he will then jump over here and he will create this heart and he will bring it to life. Now, you cannot do any damage to Malachi. You will need to kill this, like, heart. Otherwise, he won't take any damage. So again, once you've killed it, then you can do damage to him. Once you've done damage to him, he will then trigger a secondary heart. Once you've killed that, he will then do a 3rd heart. Once you've done the 3rd heart, you can then kill him eventually. And he's dropped me a lovely, nice Kaom's ring. What did he drop me? No Nagamu sign, sorry. So, if you think about it, there's 2 phases upstairs. 3, 4, 5. 5 phases for this fight, but I love how he explodes. Just watch that. Boom, look at that. Lovely. Then from here, you can actually just take portal back to Highgate. Take this portal back to Highgate. At this point, if you do want to hand in any quests, there isn't any more skill points to be received, but they may provide you with some gear, like some boots, some helmets, or anything like that. One thing that I will advise you though is if you go to the top of the stairs over here, Dahlia and Ion will provide you with a bunch of new gems. Now, at this point, you have now pretty much unlocked all of the gems in the game. However, you cannot view them unless you have Lily in your hideout. So, if you speak
Can we
to
be of help?
Pataris and Vanja over here and go to page 2, they will then have all of the other gems that you were missing from the library. So when you went to the library in Act 3, there would have been a bunch of gems missing. These are those gems. These are considered higher level gems, and these are the last gems that you will gain access to, and they will again provide you with a damage spike. Now, if you have Lily in your hideout at this point, you can always go back to your hideout and go and speak to her, and she will have every single gem. But 9 times out of 10, at the beginning of the league, you won't have Lily because you don't meet her until you get to end of Act 5, beginning of Act 6. Okay? So once you have done Malachi and you've done all of this and you've got all of your gems, I appreciate this is now the end of Act 5, but I'm just going to just kind of just go to the next zone because it's still part of, sorry, Act 4, sorry, because it is still part of Act 4, the Ascent. Now, this is still very much part of Act 4. Once you've done all of that, this will then open this door. You can then traverse up the mountain. Now, this zone always looks exactly the same, and the main direction that you want to go is north. So I'm just going to show you on this very quickly. So you're literally going to go north, north. You're going to cross a bridge. Once you cross the bridge, it's north, 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 and then the path will lead you left. And then there's like a big device that you have to then trigger. But it always looks like that. So you literally just kind of head in like a northwest direction. So you go northwest, northwest, northwest. You go up the ramp here. When you get to the drop off, like this bit here, can you see the bridge? Go across the bridge. Again, head north, 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 north. Again, up the ramp, north. Again, when you get to this point, there should be a crafting recipe there. Again, follow it north, and this is the part when it then curves left, and then there's this big device at the top. You pull the lever, and it opens a portal. This Oriath portal. Now, if you have a look at that map, that's exactly how I showed it. Look, up, 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 then round to the left. So up, 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 then round to the left. It's always the same. Now, then you go through the portal, and this then takes you into Act 5, Terminator style. Look at the entrance. Entrance is as if you was Terminator himself. Look at this. Boom. There you go. This guy, by the way, at the top here, is the guy that you're going to be killing in about 2 zones time, which he is basically there telling you that he's going to kill you when you get round there. A nice little warning sign for you there. Act 5, this is now the entrance to Act 5. You are in the first zone, so I'm going to stop there and we'll finish. This is the waypoint. So again, if you have enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel, hit a thumbs up, and I will be posting the rest of the acts over the next couple of days. I know that the new League 3.23 Affliction League is coming up in the next 7 to 10 days. It starts on the 8th of December. So I'm wanting to get this series done by the time that league starts, so that people can then watch all of these and be informed, ready for the start of league. Potentially as well, next weekend and for the following Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, which is the 3 days running up until the league start, I will then potentially be making some further league guides based around items, crafting, skills, what gem is best to run as a for the first act, just to get to Act 2, and even through to Act 2, what to run through Act 2 to Act 3, just so that you kind of know what builds are best, and I will run through all of that in around about another week's time. But for now, that's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. As always, if I've missed anything, or if there's anything that you feel that I may have missed, or if there's any tips that you know that I have not mentioned, I'm more than happy for you to throw them into the comments, and I will pick them up in a later video. As always, thank you for your time, stay sane, and I appreciate you watching.